Oh, fuck me. Here we go again. Right. Okay. So today, children, we're going to be talking about video game remakes and remasters and reboots. Whatever ones you want. At least the ones we're going to be discussing that are coming out within the next year and next year as well. That doesn't make sense. Within this year and next year. That makes more sense now. Two of my favourite video games are kind of coming back. You know, we have Destroy All Humans, that's getting a reboot, and that's going to be amazing, I know it is, because I love that game. And also, Spongebob, I think it's Battle for Bikini Bottom, I'm pretty sure it is. Rehydrated, oh my goodness gracious me. So yeah, there's a couple of video games coming back, a couple of good video games. In terms of reboots and remasterings, sometimes they can be good. And sometimes they can be bad. We all know which ones we're talking about here, but I think most recent days gone by, video game reboots have been quite good.
We're in this huge house with all your friends. We have telephones, we have a car.
Like the remasters have been quite good. Like we've had Crash Bandicoot, Halo, Gears, no we haven't had Gears of War, one I've got Gears of War, I didn't need a reboot. So yeah, I'm just gonna pick top five, So I'm just gonna pick 5 video games that are coming out within next year. And the year after this one. And we're going to talk about what remakes are coming. I can't even speak today. Jesus Christ.
I'm ready!
So now I think we can all agree that Spongebob Rehydrated. I mean, they announced it a few days ago on their Twitter account that they're going to be doing a reboot of it. They were going to announce it at E3 along with 3 other games, but they, for some reason, I don't know why, sadly they didn't kind of announce it there, they just announced it on their Twitter saying like, it's coming back, we're getting a remake or a remaster of it called, they're calling it Rehydrated, which is quite funny. I like how it's listed on Steam as well, it says when I'm ready. That makes me laugh, that's funny. But I think this is a game that kind of warrants a reboot. It kind of warrants a remaster. You know, it came out in 2003 I think, not a great year for graphics, but a very interesting year, I think, for gaming. And, you know, it had such a great story, that game. Like, it was so much fun. Like, I just remember getting it. Well, I remember my mum buying it for me and just being like, here's that game. And I'm like, what the fuck is this piece of shit? Seriously, I don't want to play this. But I ended up playing it and really enjoyed it. I think I've still got it here, actually. There it is, the OG Spongebob Battle for Bikini Bottom. And that's the game that's coming back, kids. And that's a fun game. That's a game that's going to be coming back, which is good. I'm very happy with that. I mean, it was kind of the first game to kind of introduce you to the SpongeBob world in a 3D sort of scenario, which was different, I think. Different. Before the films did it, before that weird one did it, the last SpongeBob film was not a good one. Didn't like that. I think what's got me really excited about it, other than just seeing it coming back, is the cut content. The cut content that from the original game, they're including it in this. They're also including a multiplayer as well, which is good. Especially, I think in multiplayer horde mode they want to do too, like as in like co-op and online. Like they're bringing back couch play. They want couch play and also online. It makes me very happy. It shows you that THQ Nordic, I think they are THQ Nordic. They're really they have thought about this. They want this to be a good game. They know it's a game for the fans. They want it to be as nostalgic as possible, but also add new elements to it and cut content. Like, they get it, and they're making something for the fans. And this is why I'm happy about it. This is why I'm happy about it. Moving swiftly on, we're on to our lovely Destroy All Humans remake, which I am also equally as excited about. Maybe not as equally excited about. I mean, SpongeBob is, and always will be, a big part of my life when I was a kid. Doesn't make sense. It was a big part of my life when I was a kid. And I think the game was definitely a big part of my life. I probably plugged a few hundred hours into that game. If not 100, maybe a little bit less, but I definitely played a lot of that game when I was a kid. I probably played through it about 3 or 4 times. Anyway, we're not talking about that, we're talking about Destroy All Humans, and its lovely remake coming our way. THQ Nordic again bringing it our way, which is the best news too. I think what got me really excited for that, I mean, when I saw it I was kind of like, oh yeah, that game's coming back. But then watching a trailer again, I think that got me excited. That got me excited because it's definitely, it kind of brought back the quirkiness that the game had to it. I mean, the game is a very characteristic and unique game, I think, in terms of style. So the trailer definitely brought that back in terms of how unserious it is and how bizarre it is, I think. So I was very excited when the trailer came and just kind of reminded me of everything, and seeing it all kind of a little bit, I don't know, we haven't seen gameplay, but seeing it a little bit smoother, I think, which is quite nice. And even better, it's coming to PC, Xbox and PlayStation, obviously, because I think it was originally just on PlayStation. Actually, it might have been on Xbox too. Yeah, I don't know, I'll correct myself in everything, future Dom. I feel like keeping it as close to the original as possible would actually make it better, instead of trying to make it different, as in the way it looked. Mainly because the way it looked in the original really helped. It really made it. It really gave it the atmosphere that it needed. I mean, it's a game based off the Rockwell alien disaster, I think, isn't it? So that's where it begins. I think is it Rockwell Town? Oh, my brain's just gone today. It's not with it. It's the same with SpongeBob, to be fair. The SpongeBob game, I reckon it's not going to look amazing graphics. It's still going to kind of stay true to the way it looked back in 2003, just a little bit smoother and just a little bit easier with the gameplay maybe. So yeah, I mean, both of them I'm excited for. Now moving on to games that I'm maybe not as excited about. I think I'm still kind of excited. I never really finished the Ghostbusters game, like back in 2009. Never really properly finished that game. Although I did play some of it. Like, it was a fun game. A lot of action to it. You know, it got the old cast back too from the films, and you know, it was just it was nice. It was a nice little game, and it was totally unexpected in 2009. It was just a nice little game. The fans loved it. Everyone loved it. Everyone was happy. And now we're getting a remaster. A little bit skeptical because it's only been 10 years. I say that, you know, a lot's changed in that 10 years, so it can look really good. It can be really good, I think. But at the same time, I'm still, I don't know. I'm a little bit strange with it. I think I've been a little bit strange with Ghostbusters for a long time anyway. Ever since the reboot, just was not a fan. But there we go. It is what it is. But even now, like the new film of Ghostbusters coming out, was it next year or the year after, the new one? I'm still a little bit, still then, I'm just a little bit like, just leave it alone. Like, just leave it alone, please. Like, you know, we had the first Ghostbusters, one of my favourite films of all time. The second Ghostbusters, decent film. We had the game. Just, you know, just leave it. Just leave it alone, please. Just don't milk it. Like, Ghostbusters is a treasure for a lot of people, and I wish they didn't milk it. So I think that's why I'm a little bit weird about the new Ghostbusters. Right, so I guess I'm kind of running out of things that I'm getting excited about when it comes to remakes. But this is already out in Japan, but it's not out until like the 19th of September this year in Western countries. So, you know, that's the Catherine remaster. And Catherine was probably the weirdest game I saw years ago. But I loved it. I loved how strange and bizarre it was. Like, it was... I don't really know how to explain Catherine. So, the story follows Vincent Brooks, who is a man beset by supernatural nightmares, while torn between his feelings for longtime girlfriend Catherine and the similarly named beauty, Catherine. The first Catherine spelled with K, the second one spelled with C. Just so you know. Full Body expands the narrative with a third love interest called Rin, short for Catherine, or Quatherine, however you want to pronounce that. I don't know. The gameplay is divided between the daytime, where Vincent interacts with the characters, and his dreams, where he must navigate three-dimensional towers through combined platforming and puzzle solving. Yeah. The game's ending is affected by choices made by Vincent over the course of the story. So, there's a little insight, just in case you don't know what Catherine is about, but it's a very interesting game. And I think if you do know what Catherine's about, I think the remake is definitely looking to add in a few more endings and a few more cutscenes to kind of build up the backstory, I think, of the 3 love interests. I think really the name of the game really is just trying to get to know Rin. I think it depends really on the way that you play it. You mean you could play it so you get with your girlfriend, the one with the K, and then the love interest, the one with the C. So Catherine and Catherine. I don't know. I'll say them differently just so you know. And then Rin, obviously, who is Quathrine, or however you want to pronounce that. I can't actually remember how they do. It looks more beautiful. It looks a lot better than the original. I mean, the original is, I don't know, about 6-7 years old. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. Future Dom. It's just been up and revamped a little bit, and they've added a few more things, like they have done with Spongebob too. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy that they're deciding to do those things. What's good, I think, about these remakes now is that they're realising that they're listening. They're thinking, do you know what will be better? Doing this, and doing this. We'll add that into the remake because that's what people want more of, or that's what we want to do more of. And that's a good thing. Like, that's one of the beauties of these remasters and remakes of games. Like, they're adding more aspects that they could have added before. They are able to kind of, I suppose, reinforce the game a little bit and just make it a stronger game. So those are my picks. Those are the games that I'm interested and excited for over the next year and next year. So yeah, remasters for the win. I am excited for some remasters. Hopefully we'll get some more announcements anyway with E3 coming up. Actually, E3's already started. What am I on about? Like, it's already going. You know. So yeah, we'll be getting some more, hopefully, announcements over the year and maybe next year too. Of course we will, because remasters are quite popular at the moment and people are enjoying them and making money from them. So that's the reason why they're there. So hopefully they'll continue to make them good. I only want to see them get better from here. So I can't wait for that. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this episode. Please like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. Don't know what I had to think about that, but anyway, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.
What you need to do today